purpose of this video is to teach you how to sign up for your Second Life account. So to sign up for your Second Life account, there are any number of ways to do it, but the way that we're recommending is through an organization called Virtual Ability. So you'll go to their website, which is virtualability.org. So Virtual Ability, as it's spelled right there, no space, .org. And this is the web page that you will come to. You can do this in almost any web browser, although we recommend Firefox, which would be on your PC or your Mac. It doesn't make a difference when you're signing up whether you use a PC or a Mac. So once you get to this page, you'll scroll down until you see the spot where it says sign up for a Second Life account. So you'll click on sign up for Second Life, and it will take you to this page where it will show you that you're going to now sign up for a Second Life account. And you can either click here or you can click the banner. It's entirely up to you. You click that and it takes you to this next page, which tells you that you'll be following a series of steps for your Second Life sign up. You click next. As far as the purpose of this particular organization is for people with disabilities, but their orientation island, which is what you'll go to once you sign into Second Life, is one of the best in Second Life, and so that's why we're using this. You're welcome to read this quickly if you want. Then what you'll do down at the bottom here is you'll click next to continue to sign up. Now, as far as information requests are concerned, you don't need to do any of this unless you want to. You do not have to, but if you want to. This is for Virtual Ability's other people who are signing up. So again, you'll just come to the bottom and click next. And now we get to the important part about signing up for your particular account. Now we're on the page where it says Second Life registration. So the hardest part of this process is actually going to be picking a first name and a last name. They give you a list of last names to choose from, and they give you about 50 names. Actually, it seems like it's a lot more than that now. So you're going to need to find a name that you like, that you're comfortable with, and it needs to be one that you're comfortable with because you're going to be using it over and over again. And keep in mind that it's not likely that you're going to be able to use a very common name. So if your name is Joe or Mary, there are a few other Joes and Marys out in the non-virtual world, so those folks are probably, if they've already signed up for an account, they may have already taken that name. With 18 to 19 million users, a lot of these names have already been taken. So the first thing you want to do is to pick your name. I've selected the last name Quixote. I go down to Q and we find Quixote and EWER. So it's going to check for me to see if that name is available, and it's telling me that the name is available. So I'll select a password. And I'll give it an email address. And then a date of birth. The date of birth is necessary in order to prove that you're over the age of 18. And then you have to type in the CAPTCHA to make sure you're a human being, and it will process. And that's all there is to it. Congratulations, your new Second Life account has been created. And then you can either download the client from here, but you can also watch how to do it in a subsequent video that's been created. Once you've downloaded the client, you'll be looking at a page that looks an awful lot like this. It may have a different picture on it, but down at the bottom you'll enter your first name, that's your avatar's first name, and your avatar's second name, that's the one that you selected at the website that you just went to, and you'll enter the password that you selected also. Now, just below that there's a place that says remember password. If you're doing this in a public location or on a public computer, you want to make sure that remains unchecked so that nobody can sign in as you. Otherwise, if you're on your own personal computer, you can go ahead and check that off. So the first thing that will come up will be the terms of service, which you should of course read. Once you've read through all of them, you could put a check in that checkbox and go ahead and click OK, and the application will begin to start. When you first sign in the first time, it will ask you if you want to create a male or a female avatar. You can choose whatever you want. You can create either a male or a female avatar. For this particular instance, we're going to create a male avatar. But you can see that the world is beginning to res around us. What res means to show up. So you'll see the signs starting to show up there that you can read with directions on how to move. Now, in the left corner here, there's a small tutorial. The window should be able to open up wider for you. For some reason, during the filming of this, it would not. But this is a short tutorial on how to do some of the basic skills, like moving forward, moving left and right. It will also, and then you just click to the next slide once you've finished a particular slide. Here it's showing you how you can fly. All of these skills will be gone over here during the orientation island, so I wouldn't necessarily worry about that too much. Just keep in mind that once you close this little particular window, you will not be able to open it again. So make sure you go through these 9 slides before you move on here. So this is what the orientation looks like. There's a series of signs with some instructions, and so you'll use your arrow keys to move around. And so for instance, walking forward would be the up key, the up arrow key, and you'll read the signs and do what it is the signs say. We're not going to go through the whole thing for this video. But for instance, here are some instructions and some activities to do in this particular area. And then periodically you'll see that there is a map of the whole area showing you where you are in comparison to where the end is. And here's a close-up of what that particular map is, showing you where the start location is, where you are currently, and where the end is. And speaking of the end, we have jumped here all the way to the end, or the end of the basic orientation area. When you get to the end here, you will find an area where you can change your appearance and change the way you look. They'll have a section for boys and a section for girls. You can go into whichever one you want. And this will provide you with a whole bunch of stuff that you can wear, including different shapes, different skin types, and different types of clothing that are available to you. And all of this stuff is free, and it will go into your inventory, and you can change it as frequently or as infrequently as you want. Once you're done with this, you're done with the basic orientation. You're welcome to continue on. There are some more advanced features here towards the end. You're welcome to try those out if you want, but that won't be required. This is the end of the required orientation area, but feel free to wander around here and